this week's Torah portion, we read about the beautiful clothing worn by the Kohen Gadol, the high priest in the temple. There were 8 unique kinds of clothing and ornaments that adorned the Kohen Gadol. The Torah spells out in precise detail how each one had to be made. Interestingly, the Torah doesn't tell us the exact purpose of each one. There was one garment, however, for which the Torah clearly explains the function that it would need to serve. The Kohen Gadol wore a robe of blue wool, whose hem was decorated with alternating golden pomegranates and bells. The Torah tells us that the purpose of these bells was so that its sound should be heard when he enters the sanctuary before Hashem. Those are the words of the Torah. Its function seemed to be one of basic decency and courtesy. Just as one knocks on a door before entering, so too the bells were there to announce the arrival of the Kohen Gadol. But who was the Kohen Gadol announcing his arrival to? Was it not for the one who he was serving, God himself? Now surely Hashem, God, knows when the Kohen Gadol was approaching, regardless of whether or not he is preceded by the tinkling of bells. Yes, God did know whenever the Kohen Gadol was approaching, and for God himself there would have been no need to knock on the door. But God wanted to teach us a very important lesson. An individual's privacy is sacred and needs to be respected. We have no right to invade the privacy and space of others, even at times when it would appear that they may not mind and that it will make no difference anyway. Just like the Kohen Gadol was cautioned against invading, so to say, God's privacy. Our children are also people, and they too have a right to privacy. As parents, we may feel that since we brought them into the world and provide them with all their needs, it is within our rights to share with the world every trivial thing that they do, even though they may not appreciate it in years to come. We create a digital footprint for them before they can even stand on their feet. We should always remember the lesson we learned from the Kohen Gadol. Even when it would seem that we have a right to enter without knocking on the door, God tells us that you need to knock before entering. In the age of social media, this message is as relevant as ever. Good Shabbos.